Tate, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a first episode of a series of nightmare dating experiences that I have encountered. This is a video I've been wanting to do for a long time because your girl has so many unfortunate dating experiences that I thought I could share so some of y'all could get a laugh out of it. Let's get right into the video. I kind of did these in order of like going from like the farthest back till most recent. These unfortunate dating experiences started when I was like 18 and then they lead up to now. So let's see. I have all my notes on my phone, so I'll be reading off of it. So this one is funny. I was literally obsessed with this guy. He worked next door to my work. So I was a waitress at one restaurant and then he was a waiter at the restaurant next door to me. And we ended up dating. And we would get together like once a week, and we dated for probably about like 6 months off and on. But like a couple months into us dating, we were like texting out of nowhere. He's like,
yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to you sharing me with your friends.
And I was like, excuse the out of you. So basically this mofo wanted to have a threesome with me and my friends, and the worst part was that I had been bringing my friends into his restaurant to like eat, so he must have like thought my friends were super cute. I mean, they are super cute, but like it just like made me feel like such shit because okay, I'm not good enough for you. We never talked about it in person, like literally just swept it under the rug and like kept dating him for like another 3 months. So the next one is, oh, okay, so I was dating this guy from my gym, and we'd been talking for a while, but this was our first official date. I was driving us in my whip. For those of you who don't know, I drive a PT Cruiser, which is also voted one of the most ugliest cars ever made. I love my car. It was actually my first choice, and my mom was like, sure, honey, because like it's cheap AF because no one likes it. I really wanted a PT Cruiser. I got it. I've been driving for like a couple of years, and I was, you know, cruising along with my man-to-be in the passenger seat. Just kidding. But we were on like our first date, and we were gonna go to a movie, but before that we were gonna cruise the cliffs. I live in a beach town, and so like along the beach there's like the cliffs that everyone like drives along and like parks and hangs out, like chats, like walks along the cliff, whatever. So me and him, we had got coffee and we were driving along the cliffs. We were gonna park and like walk on the cliff like before a movie. So I like go to park in this parking space next to another car, and as soon as I pull up, everyone, there's like this car next to us was packed full of people my age, and they're like, PT loser, and just like kept repeating that, you guys. And like I pulled up and like I just like looked at him, and it was so embarrassing, you guys. I was like, oh my god, like I didn't even want us to get out of the car, and they kept yelling it like while we were sitting there in the car. So I literally just like backed the car out and like went to park in another spot, and it was so embarrassing. And so the next one, oh, okay, this one's not like too bad, but like this guy gets worse. This is like one of the first stories that I should have been like, maybe I shouldn't date him. So this guy was known around town to be kind of a punk, kind of a player, which I know and love. But he had been like Snapchatting me, like kept asking me out, like wanted to chill, blah blah blah. And I was like, no, no, no. But like he was super persistent and like was asking me like every week. And when it comes down to it, I do want a guy who's persistent about me, who's like persistent about pursuing me, you know? So I was like, okay, you know what, I'll give this guy a chance. And he wanted to take me to a movie, and I was like, okay, sure. So we had a date set for the next day to go to a movie. And the next day comes, and we're like texting, and it's like a couple hours before we're supposed to meet up, and he's like,
yeah, like, sorry for asking this, but like, could you buy the movie tickets? Because like I can't find my credit card.
And I'm like, okay, like I have no problem paying for my own ticket, but especially when I don't even really want to go on a date. And then I have to buy not only my ticket but his ticket as well. This is like a red flag in my book. I was like, okay, like, yeah, I'll buy our tickets. And I'm not one to be like, oh, pay me back either. So like, we go to the movie. We actually end up having a great time. So I continue to date this boy, and I should have not. But the next thing that happened with this guy, so we dated for like about 6 months, again, off and on. And we had just been on again after being off for like a quick second. And I texted him one day to hang out, and he never responded. And I was like, okay, like maybe he'll respond tomorrow. Like, didn't respond. Like, literally didn't hear from him for 2 weeks. And I was like really embarrassed about it, because like it sucks to get ghosted, especially when like you really like someone. And like I've been dating him for like quite a while, and we've been like off and on, and we had just gotten back on again. Like, what the So I'm like, hadn't told any of my friends because I was like embarrassed, but I went over to my girlfriend's house like that day, like 2 weeks after he'd been ghosting me, and I was like, I'm just gonna tell her, because it was like weighing pretty heavily on my little heart. And so I was like telling her like, yeah, like so and so ghosted me. And and at this point I had blocked him on Instagram and Snapchat, but I hadn't blocked his phone number. And I looked down at my phone and it was on silent, but like I could see that he was calling me, and I was like, what a coincidence that like I haven't talked about him to anyone until now, and now he's calling me. And so I'm like, oh my god, should I pick up? My girlfriend's like, yeah, pick up. I'm like, okay. So like pick up, and I'm like, attitude is all hell, right? Because I'm like pissed, sorry. And he just has the most dumbest response. He's like,
yeah, sorry, I didn't respond to you. My mom was in town.
Your mom was in town for 2 weeks, and you couldn't pick up your phone for 1 second and be like,
hey, sorry, I'm busy right now, like, can we get together, like, next week?
You know, like,
no need to apologize.
What the Okay, that was really weird. He's basically making a dumbass excuse saying he didn't respond to me because his mom was in town for 2 weeks. Like, sorry buddy, but that's not gonna fly. So I said that, and he's like,
okay, well, like, how much do you hate me?
I'm like, a 10 out of 10, bitch. I started dating this other guy. We're actually boyfriend and girlfriend for about like 8 months. And me and him break up. Literally a couple days after we break up, this last guy texts me. And I'm like, what the frick? How weird, because I hadn't talked to him till like our conversation on the phone, like when he had ghosted me. And like since I've unblocked on everything, like there's no way for him to like see me on shit, and like that would like remind him of me. But so he texts me and he's like, hey, like I hope you're doing well, like I really miss you, I should have treated you better, like can we please talk? It's just weird because it had been like over a year since I talked to him last, and like he's still thinking about me. Like he must really like me, you would think, or that's what I thought. I'm like, should I respond? I'm like, yeah, I'll respond. So I was like, I'm listening. And he's like, I have a lot more to say, can we please get coffee? And I was like, okay. I was like, I can get coffee tomorrow at this time. And he's like, okay, like I'll be there. So I meet him the next day, you guys, and walks in the door, and I'm like, I'm not one to hold a grudge. Like it's been a year since me and him like broke things off. Like I'm not gonna be like bitter about it still. Like worst has happened to me since then. The truth of the matter was I just didn't really have feelings for him anymore. But I was interested to hear what he had to say, and like I did really like him at one point, and I was like lonely, so I just wanted to hear him out. We like hug, we're just like chit-chatting, like we're gonna order coffee, so we're just like small talking because you don't want to get into like a big like dramatic ass convo when you're gonna be interrupted by the cashier any minute, you know. So we order coffee and we go sit down, and he's like just continuing the small talk, and I'm like, I didn't come here for a quick how are ya, you know. I thought you had something important to say to me, and that's why I came. So if you're not gonna be bowing at my feet apologizing, then I'm out the door. So I'm like, okay, enough small talk, like why am I here? What made you text me? It's been like so long since we talked last. He was like,
yeah, I lost it.
Like he lost what he was gonna say in a matter of 24 hours, less than. Like, what do you mean you lost it? Like, why the am I here? And he's like,
I just forgot what I was gonna say.
I'm like, okay, you made it sound so important. You text me out of nowhere. You're like, I'm so sorry for the way I treated you. I should have treated you better. Can we please talk? I have a lot more to say. And you're going to bring me here and say you lost what you needed to say. Sorry, no. I'm like getting irritated. And he's like,
I mean, I'm not crazy about you. But like, you're single, I'm single.
I'm like, oh hell no. And I like stand up with my things at this point, like ready to walk out the door. I'm like, this boy did not just bring me here to tell me he still doesn't like me. What the? Okay, so the next story about my boyfriend at the time, the boyfriend that I was just talking about, we dated for 8 months and then broke up. So I was dating him and our relationship was just kind of really weird. He barely had any time for me. He was a workaholic. I saw him like maybe once a week. He didn't like to text me in between. Classic. For his birthday, I had taken him on this trip and like paid for like everything. Like literally cost me like at least $1,000. And so for my birthday, I like wanted to do something like romantic. I'm not one to be like, you need to spend like a ton of money on me and blah, blah, blah. But like I expect some like quality time, you know? And so he breaks the news to me that he's actually going to be in Germany for my birthday. And I'm like pretty upset about it, but I'm like, you know, you can celebrate a birthday whenever. We don't have to celebrate my birthday on my actual birthday. He's gone for like a couple weeks and then like my birthday comes and he was gonna get back like 3 days after my birthday. So on my birthday, like I wake up and I'm just like really sad because like he's not there and like I feel like I don't really have anyone to spend my birthday with. I was just feeling kind of down and I was looking forward to getting like a nice text from him like saying like how much he appreciates me and like likes me and blah blah blah. And I was also like, oh my god, is he gonna send me flowers? Something like to make up for the fact that he's like missing my birthday. So I check my phone and I have a text from him and I'm like, yay, like I can't wait to read this. Excited. Bitch, wait. I open my phone and it's literally a pic. Like literally, that's my birthday present. It's literally a pic. He sends me that and then another message after it says happy birthday with a balloon emoji. I cried. He like apologized and stuff, but like the didn't get it. He didn't get it our whole relationship, so like doesn't surprise me. Yeah, so that is the first episode of a series of dating nightmares that have happened to me. I hope you guys can relate. Maybe this will help you in some way, or at least you'll get a laugh out of it. Anyways, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Also check out my Patreon. I will link it down below. I post all my try-on hauls on Patreon now. I will not be posting any try-on hauls on my YouTube channel anymore, so please don't ask. If you're not down for like me and the normal videos that I post, then unsubscribe. It's as simple as that. My patrons are super sweet, super kind, super supportive, so if you're not going to do the same, then please don't subscribe. If you're looking for more content from yours truly, then Patreon is the place to be. But anyways, I will see you in the next video. I love you all. Have a fantastic day. Again, I will link my Patreon and my Instagram down below. I love you all.